Hey everyone, it's Michael. I hope you're doing well today, and I have a video here to talk about Cars 2 from 2011. This is like 5 years after the first Cars film that it finally came out. And I've always heard this is completely, irredeemably awful, right? And I get it, but I am going to say, I don't hate this like everybody else. I'm just now starting the third film, so if I had to be honest with you, this is probably the worst of the trilogy to me. If you tack on the tie-ins like Planes and Planes Fire and Rescue that I've never seen, I have a feeling that those are going to be worse than this movie was. But Cars 2 ain't the greatest. It's kind of messy, to be honest. To be honest, too, it's also not really what I expected this movie to be because of its cover. You know, you see Lightning McQueen in the front cover of this poster for this movie. This is almost entirely focused around Larry the Cable Guy's Mater character. Barely has anything to do with Lightning McQueen. Basically, he's the setup for the storyline, but almost entirely that becomes the B plot to this film. Essentially, Lightning McQueen gets into kind of a race overseas that he takes Mater with him to. It's like a race against a Formula One driver, and they do other things like dirt road tracks and stuff, and they're doing all kinds of different tracks on the different circuits that they're racing on. You may have like a total of like 6 or 7 minutes of racing in this movie. Because I'm not even kidding. There's a whole... The main storyline of this movie is a James Bond spy thriller. Not even lying. If you haven't seen it, you probably didn't expect that. I didn't expect that going into it. The poster, I don't know if the one I picked for this video is the exact same one that I have from the cover of my Blu-ray I bought, but the cover of my Blu-ray kind of looked a little sci-fi-ish, and I wasn't really sure what to make of that. And I knew they had trouble for a long time. People wanted a sequel to Cars, especially like my childhood best friend, and it just took forever to come out. And I never really heard him say much about this movie, and now I know why. That cover looks kind of sci-fi. It's not a sci-fi flick, but it has a lot of this spy crap in there. No joke, involving a James Bond-style Aston Martin, played by Michael Caine. And I just keep hearing Alfred every time he says something, especially Alfred from Dark Knight Rises, where he's sobbing. And it made me laugh. It made me laugh more than this movie did. This movie didn't have that many jokes or anything that actually landed. It's more one of those... Back in the day, you'd get like sequels to like Pocahontas and shit that would go straight to video on VHS tape. That's what this feels like, but it went to theaters. And kids are going to like it way more than the adults do. Meanwhile, I think the first Cars film, which I just watched for the first time all the way through... I actually thought that it was really solid. I really enjoyed that flick for what it was. It's nothing super special, but it was cool. I had a good time with it. It has a good message to it. But this film, with the whole spy shit, you know, you have Mater falling in love with like this foreign car with like a really beautiful accent. I really like whoever that voice actress is. Didn't take out the time to look up who it was, but she's got a great voice. And like no one believes Mater that he's stuck into this whole spy espionage thing, and he's dealing with that female car and dealing with Michael Caine, and it's just what a mess of a movie. Nobody wanted to go see another Cars racing film and deal with just Mater about 90% of the time. People wanted Lightning McQueen. He's the one that people buy the toys of and everything. It's like Pixar didn't realize that. This should have been like maybe an hour long and put straight to video. Not even straight to video, but straight to Disney Channel back in the day. And I say that mainly because this movie doesn't really have anything to offer. I would say even the racing parts of it, which I was kind of excited for because it's Lightning McQueen, a character that I liked. Owen Wilson's back playing him again. Versus whatever this Formula One car is supposed to be. That was what I was looking forward to. And I didn't know that that was going to be put to the sidelines when I started the film up, and that seemed to be the central part of the movie. I'm really irritated with that, to be honest with you. I was hoping that would be the story here, and it just completely falls apart. This film feels like it's all over the place. It's a kid's film, so I can kind of let stuff like that go, but it ain't great, man. I would still think This has to be better than a lot of like the other Disney-ish things that have been coming out over the years. Like my nieces and nephews, especially my one niece who's old enough to appreciate it, she loves Moana. I cannot bring myself to watch Moana. I tried one time, and my wife did too, and both of us were like, this is rough, man. This is not what kids, this is not what other adults are actually claiming it is. This is just really super bland, you know? It was beautiful animation-wise, just like how Cars 2 is, but just really, really generic. That's what Cars 2 feels like. Really nice animation for what it is. Everything else is kind of garbo about it, to be honest. Even the soundtrack isn't good. At least I didn't have to listen to, you know, Life is a Highway one more fucking time in my life. So that was nice. That was a plus. I'll give them that. Maybe I blacked out. I don't know. Maybe it's in the movie. But anyway, Cars 2, it's not very good. It's about what you expected Cars 2 to be if you were excited for it. And then, you know, especially if you weren't excited. Because like I said, it seems like a lot of people I talk to aren't the biggest fan of that first Cars film. I don't know. But I was a little surprised that this turned into what it turned into. Bad choice, Disney. Bad choice, Pixar. Very bad choice. So anyway, put your thoughts and comments down below, guys. What do you think about the Cars franchise up to this point? What do you think about Cars 2 especially? If this happens to be your favorite of them, I would love to hear why. I would really love to hear why. So let me know down below. But so far, this is my least favorite. Hands down. Thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.